Hello everyone, thanks for joining Salesforce internship program. Today we are at episode number 6. In this episode, we are going to create a quote object. So let me introduce you what exactly the quote meaning. If you see the quotations, like the format will look like this one. On a quote we have a quote number, we have valid date, we have total amount of the quote, we have company name, from which company or customer we have been sending to a customer, what all item are included in the quotations. There will be a quantity mentioned and the price will be mentioned. Then there will be like your subtotal and the grand total will come after taxes and discount actually. So this is the sample format for our quotations. So in this scenario, in our Bob Reader app, we are going to send a quotations to our customer. In order to achieve that quotations options in our Salesforce, we are going to create a quote object and quote line object in Salesforce. For this, let's review how our quote object and what all fields that we are going to create. In a quote object, let's create this quote object and quote tab. Go to the object manager, click on create custom object. And the quote name is basically our quote number, which will be our auto number field. So name field, we are going to keep it as a number field, the auto generated number field. Starting from 1, I am going to enable a report on this, activities on this, track field history, including I am going to enable for allow search, add notes and attachments, launch new custom tab. So we are going to associate this object with a tab. Click on new options, select any random tag style, click on name, give access to all profiles, include this tab to the particular app called Power BI CRM, select Power BI CRM and hit save button. Now we have successfully created an object name called quote underscore underscore C. Now let's move to the next step, where we need to create a customer account. Account is basically a customer here. We need to create a field on a quote called customer account, which will be a lookup relationship field data type. Select an account, click on next. Make it visible, click on next. Don't need to add a related list, click on save and new. Now what next we have to do, we'll have to create a contact lookup also. Let's create a lookup relationship on the same object called quote. Select a data type, select a contact related to name, click on next. Make it visible for our profile. Don't add to the related list, click on save and new. So we have successfully created account and the contact. Now let's create a breed requirement as a pick list. As you know, earlier we have created a breed requirement, which is a pick list type. In this breed requirement, you can have a you can have a pick list values. For pick list values, let's go and grab our pick list. So as you know, we have Labrador and other pick list values. Copy this one and then paste it here. Make it visible, click on next and save and new. So whenever you are going to complete this activity, please choose these pick list values for the breed requirement. Now copy the phone which you have to create, which will be a type of phone. Click on next, click on next, make it visible for all profile, click on next and save and new. Let's create another field called billing address, which should be a type called address type, right? So copy this billing address. Let's select a data type called address. This will be my billing address. Make it visible for all. Click on next. Save and new. Let's move to the next called shipping address. There could be like a billing address and shipping address could be different. So we are keeping a separate field, one for billing and one for shipping. Again we need to select an address data type. Here we have a shipping address. Click on visible, next and hit save. Now what next we have to do, we will have to create a status field which will be a pick list type. Click on new. This should be a pick list. Click on next. Our status will have following values. New sent to customer, quote accepted by customer, agreement sent to customer, agreement sent by customer, signed by customer. Click on next. Make it visible for all. Click on next, save and new. We have customer accepted date, the quote accepted date, which will be a date type. Click on next, make it visible. Click on next, save and new. Then we have application request, which will be a master detail with the application request object. So we need to select a master detail relationship. Click on next. Select application request here. Click on save and new. Now we are going to create a number of agreement. This field we will create a later stage. The moment we have our agreement object is created. So till now what we have done, we have created this quote object and these are the fields that we have created so far. Now once you go to the app launcher called Powerbreed CRM, you will successfully see the quote object is quote type is visible and added to the POS CRM feed actually. So that's it for our episode number 6. Thanks for joining the Salesforce internship program. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks once again.